Oh, Dubai. John Goa, how are you, sir? Yeah, you heard that? You understood that music, John Goa? Mr. Goa, you not understanding me? What's wrong with your microphone? Unmute yourself. Talk to me. Are we live in Zredruk, John? Are we live in?
We are live. We are live, Prince. Thanks a lot. Live.
Okay, John Goa, we got the flyer up there. We have the Superintendent of Grand Juda County with us tonight, and we got the District Attorney, Honorable Wilkins, is here with us also with Thomas Doe. So tonight we're going to have a fruitful discussion here with our lawmakers and our leaders in the county. We're going to ask them questions. We're going to open the line, and we want people to be respectful here, you know, as we always do here. If you come on and try to be rude or something here, we cut you off. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us, please share the show. And those of you in Facebook land, share the show. If you are in Zredruk, Grand Juda County, how you doing over there? And we're here with the county attorney, Honorable Wilkins. They say he's friend of Jomasi Jolo. I guess get to know today when I spoke to Jomasi Jolo. So we got the superintendent also here. Also, I can be doing research. I can do research. So John Goa, and I hope we are live in Grand Juda. You say we're raining, but I hope we are live. John Goa, welcome to the show. Honorable Superintendent, thank you for relaying our information to the councilor. And councilor, you're welcome to the show. Mr. Thomas Doe, you're also welcome also from Iowa Demore General Thomas Doe. So I would like to give you one minute so you can introduce yourselves, and then we can start the show. John Goa is all the way. John Goa is the station manager for Voice of Juda in Grand Juda County, Zredruk. So let's go to the honorable man, the superintendent. Let's go to the superintendent for who brought the councilor here. So superintendent, the people know you already. You put a chest here. You
learned I chest.
Superintendent, how your county? How's everything in the county? You're welcome to the Prince Double Show here.
Thank you, gentlemen. You know, you guys much more are not gender sensitive, but no problem. We can go ahead. It's my pleasure to be here. When we met on Friday, I made a promise I was going to talk to the county attorney so that he comes Let discuss some of the issues you want to discuss. It was a request on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and we couldn't get me prior or for Friday, but at least for Sunday show, he is here ready, alive and kicking. Yeah, so he's here. I mean, those questions that I couldn't answer, he'll be able to answer them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the legal standings, he's going to present some here. So I'm happy. The thing is, if we all keep talking like this, some of the things that could cause conflict could be minimized. So
Yep.
it's better that we keep talking and talking and talking. It's better
Mm-hmm.
to talk than to fight.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Superintendent.
Yeah.
Councilor,
Yes.
how are you? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Councilor? The 1 minute is yours.
All right. First, I should say it's my pleasure being on this show. I think this is your second time reaching out to me.
Mm-hmm.
The last time was very brief, and the
Yep.
superintendent asked me, and I think I'm under obligation as a public servant to come here and give some clarity or education as it relates to the running of the justice system and the security of the county as entrusted in my hand. I'm the county attorney for this county. I a graduate of the Louis Arthur Green School of Law and been practicing law for the past 14 years and serve in many capacity as well as serving as the second in command for the country in white collar crime, at the Temple of Justice. And now this is my second time being assigned in your county to provide security and that of justice for the people of Grand Jeddah. So thank you tonight. I'm willing, that which in my reach, we will provide the clarity to the best of our ability. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Thank you. Mr. Tomodo,
Yeah, my man, you're not calling my name, man. What you see there?
General Doe, sorry.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I earned that name, so I have to, make sure that it's
Yes,
respected.
sorry, General Doe. It was a little
Yeah, thank you
unnecessary.
very much, Honorable Superintendent. I know people saying you are giving me money or even through Zoll for me to speak and bring it on. I stand for Grand Jide County, and then I decry people and I promote people. And it's not good that we engage in issues in the county and we don't come down to the county leadership, making sure what we have heard that is not true or is true. And my plan here is that I told Mr. Dubbard we will do this for 1 month. We'll even be free and call lawmaker. Those that will be available to talk to us will be available so that we can find a common goal to perform our common sense of duties that God gave us. Wherein that when you see an old lady crossing the road, car hit her, you don't know her, you go there and rescue her as a human being so we can go forward counting. I'm so happy to our chief prosecutor in the county. You are here. There are so many things that have been happening in the counties, which had to do with you. Then now the superintendent, then Sky Falling, now the superintendent Grant. And I will promise you tonight our discussion with the superintendent last Friday is easier, but tonight questions and discussion will be a little bit tougher. And there's no personal question will be asked to all of you. I will not be personal. I will not ask you about your wife or anything, but we'll be asking about Grand Union County. So I hope that we don't take things personal. When we left from here Friday, we got numerous calls, inbox from people that the burning issue should be discussed. So we'll move forward to that. So I just want to make you guys be in the know that there'll be a lot of tough questions tonight, and topic will be discussed. The superintendent promised of the whole month of September, so I don't know if we get 3 more Sundays. I don't know, but thank you. This is what am I? I am Thomas Doe, called General Thomas Doe. I never been in the military, but based on my advocacies with people rights and things, that's what I earned the name. So thank you very much, and I you back to Mr. Double.
Thank you very much, General Doe. John Goa in Grand Jita there. John Goa is in studio. John Goa is in and up, off and on. I think he said it was raining in the county over there. So, Superintendent, again, once again, I will appreciate you for giving us 1 month to have this kind of a 1.5 hour every Sundays. Thank you very much. So, Councilor, let us start with the councilor because the superintendent was here last. I mean, it's going Friday, and we asked him a couple questions that were, and he could not answer some of those questions. And luckily for us, he got the councilor on here tonight. So, councilor, once again, welcome here again. This is the Prince Double Show. We in collaboration with
Yeah,
the
but
voice of Jida.
Prince,
Yeah,
let me
John.
hold you there first. Is that we need to first ask the superintendent to bring some update, even though he came with a counselor, but he said there are a lot of issues, a lot of questions that were asked. We don't have the police commander here. We want to have the county attorney. So I think it would be best to first, start with the superintendent. Some of the issue that don't have to do with the counselor, and that he will go in your closet to consult, people to see if you got updates. First, then you can move on to the county
So there,
attorney.
go ahead and asking the question. Go ahead. You got them written down. You can go ahead and ask him.
Okay, so I will quickly move. Honorable Superintendent, how you doing today?
Superintendent, okay.
Well, I'm good. Hope
Uh,
you are also.
okay, thank you very much. I will begin with. I don't want us to have the counselor answering a question that he didn't know about and then throw it on the bus, because that's a not good thing. So, yes, sir. Duru, get on the line. Go. Can you hear me?
Go ahead and ask your question, John. I mean,
Yeah.
General Joe.
Please send the link to Duru. He calling me. Please
The
send the
link
link
is
to
in
him.
the discussion chat. Let it goes in the chat. I put it there.
Okay.
It's there. When I even tag his name on this thing.
So, Honorable Superintendent, I will agree with you. You agree with me when I spoke the last questions, and this question I'm going to ask is to make the county attorney to help you to answer it. As we spoke last Friday, we spoke about uh, the overstay in prison, and people complain that before their cases come on docket, they need to pay money, and some uh, said that up to 3,000 or 3,000 for SYG. And I told you that the working populations in Grand Jita, I'm not talking about you or the county attorney, but the local people, I don't think they make up to $1,000 a month, for which the county attorney, the police, and they are charging the thing for their cases to come forward. And you agree with me, Honorable Sue, that you said that the overstay in prison in Grand Jita County is a national issue. So my question now coming to you and your county attorney, if there's overstaying prisons where people with petty theft and all of the crimes that they have to bear the situation because government don't have the resources to prosecute those cases. I will ask there no question, but I will encourage you to get clarity. Do you think that our constitution stipulations wise in terms of holding cells, because Grand Jita does not have a holding cell. We have maximum prison, two
One question he doesn't so.
Yeah, I
yeah,
know,
yeah,
Joe. Yeah, go ahead and ask the question.
yeah. So I want to say to you, so yeah, let me tell you. So I honorable superintendent and then the councilor, do you guys think that the overstay is a gross abuse of people's rights when they're supposed to be with their family, even they are convicted and serve those short terms and go home? Thank you.
The overstay of prisoners, or I mean, and inmates in the prison palace of corruption there.
Hello,
So yeah, we're hearing you.
I'm
Some
off.
of them. Go ahead, Superintendent. Counselor, if you get any answer for that question, you can respond to that too.
This is what I just wanted to say because I don't think a superintendent will be in the best position to answer
Yeah.
that question because it's a legal question. It's not administrative. Our law provides for pre-trial detention, and also the Constitution provides for speedy trial for those detained, not tried. But the law also provides that in the trial process, we should prioritize capital offenses, offenses with greater nature. So, like in our case, if I'll refer you to a case that I left here, I went to Morovia, assigned to other counties that took a year, like a little child that was murdered again since last year. And the body was in the prison, and not in the prison, but in the mortuary for about a year. I came, and because that was a murder case, and then it's a capital offense, we took almost 30 days in a jury trial to have that trial carried out, and the state came out successfully, and the accused person or the defendant, was found guilty, a unanimous guilty verdict, and he was sentenced for 75 years. You understand? So if we have cases like petty larceny, or we have cases like second degree felony, the first degree felony are prioritized by law over the petty offenses. So this is in no means of trying people their right or their justice, because everybody, our laws are such that the accused person is presumed innocent until the contrary is proven, and the state has the burden of proof to prove the guilt of the given accused person or the defendant beyond all reasonable doubt. So it is not deliberate that the state would not want to try people or keep people on a prolonged pre-trial detention, but trial is a procedure. Justice comes at the back of a turtle. It's only crimes that are committed with the speed of light.
Can I follow a little bit, Prince?
Go ahead.
Understand? Yeah. So, our honorable accountant,
Yes.
yeah, keep whatever attorney. I
Yes.
heard you very clearly, and you. So, my question again will come to follow with you.
Yes.
You said that you kind of explain the justice systems in order of importance. But what you
Yes.
did not explain is the rights of the people that is stipulated by the constitutions. So let me go back to you again. You have people
Yes.
that use cell phone because Red Grand Jury does not have a jailhouse, a maximum prison, because it's a substitution of better yada. Okay, I know that for sure. So you spoke about sensitive cases. I got a text from Louis Fala, who claimed that is a guy who allegedly raped someone in 2008. He's from Tucson, and he had not seen George face. And the last time I had conversation with them was 2023. I don't know where you are or not. So let's go back to those things. What relationship or correlation can you explain to us? People who kill people and those that steal cell phone and go to maximum prison and their cases on docket. Do you think these people, their lives have been wasted in prison and their family future is uncertain? That had discussion with that versus the law and
All right.
yeah.
Thank you for that. That is why we created two codes, or even our codes are like three, the stratification or the level of codes. For if you talk about cell phone, then of course, those are what we refer to as petty crimes or petty larceny. The magisterial court is responsible for those petty crimes like cell phone and the like. Anything that is a misdemeanor, you understand? Be it misdemeanor of the first, second, or the third degree. The misdemeanor cases are heard by the magisterial court because the punishment there too are not above a year. It ranges from days, months, and maximum a year. Anything beyond a year is connectable before the circuit code. So if somebody stole a cell phone, that's another thing that I thinking to introduce in Grand Jide. You know, we have something we call the legal hour to educate people. If the radio station will create that program, you know, that I can even appear to the radio station free of charge to provide continuing legal education. Because if you carry your case to court, you know, our people are such that if you do anything to them and they are vexed, once they carry to court, what they want to see is to put you in prison. And when somebody is incarcerated, on pre-trial detention, they turn their back, they go after the cases. But if you have the education, because even at times, like a magisterial code, the laws provide that the case should be started with within 15 days. Anything other than that, the case is dismissible. When it comes to the circuit code, after two succeeding terms, the state should provide, you know, convincing reason for which a case is not tried. After that, if the state cannot convince the court or the judge, definitely the case stands to be dismissed, except where, like in my case as the chief prosecutor, I give convincing reason that evidence is available that indeed we would have tried this case, but because we were in this case, and you know, one thing again is our jury do not hear two cases at the same time. So if we are in a jury trial, if that jury trial is long, some cases will take as long as court term. Like last term of court, two cases tried. We had the Ason case where the National Teacher Association local office was burned down by criminals. That case we tried, we won it. Immediately after that case, then we went into the Batajan, you know, murder trial that took the rest of the term. So with this, we could not try any other case, especially it was a jury trial. It was not a bench trial. So people should be educated.
Come on, do. Let's go now. We're going for the next round. Keep your question for the next round, please. Other people got to ask questions.
No, I need to ask the superintendent.
No, but yeah, keep your question. You ask two questions, we're going home. We can't do that.
Okay, I'm here. Thank you.
I told you the whole thing before we came on here.
Okay, let's go ahead. I'm here.
John Goa, please show your face, please. Or you, if you won't be in the back, no, but we gotta relay the thing in. I mean, we gotta broadcast live in there. So yeah, show your face. Let me see here. The superintendent having issue with coming on. I think the internet issue. So let's say for a counselor, I want to ask you a question. Do you guys give people credit? Like you put people in jail from December, they are in prison now. They go to court maybe tomorrow. They go in front of a judge. They sentence them for like 1 year or 2 years. In 9 months they spend in jail. Would they get credit for that 9 months?
All right. Thank you. Like even cases before us, or even in the Azam case, what the judges do, though that is not within the purview, for me, I'm a state prosecutor. We make sure that we provide the evidence, but we are not responsible for sentencing. It's the judge that does the sentencing, is not the county attorney in our legal system. So we will provide the evidence, convince the jury, convince the court that indeed a crime was committed and that this accused person committed a crime, and then we'll bring evidence against the person, you know, beyond all doubt. And if the jury find, like in the case of the murder, we charge the person with murder, we charge the person with gang rape, we charge kidnapping and criminal conspiracy. And now the jury took it one by one, because every allegation contained within our indictment, we should prove it count by count. And the state was able to carry fully the burden of proof. And the jury were convinced, and he was not let out with just a single count. Every charge that we charge him, we have evidence to that charge. So after that, with the guilty verdict comes, the judge now sentenced the person. But with my experience, as it relates to the question asked, what to the gentleman that being behind bar for a year, and then maybe the crime is to be, the punishment should be like 5 years and no more. And this gentleman has spent like 2 years in jail already before trial. and he's convicted. Definitely what I see judges doing, probably from by expedient, they take into account because any prisoner that enters the prison, he's been booked and he's being recorded. So they look at the record from your time of entering the prison to the time, because it also influences, the sentence imposed on you. So they will tell you that this particular image or this particular defendant, now that he's being sentenced, his sentence takes into account from the date of entry into the penitentiary or the correction palace to the time that it's supposed to be. So you will see that if 1 year passed, they will tell you that he's sentenced for 2 years, inclusive of the time he enters the prison. So that is done. It's in practice here.
Okay. My next question to you, Counselor, is about a 4-year-old child. Let us now go to the 4-year-old child that we've been hearing the news about a 4-year-old man raped by a guy. I think they said he's 20 some more years. They don't even give his last name of the person. They just say a 4-year-old been raped by a 28-year-old guy. In this case, is we talked to with you briefly. I call your phone and we talked to the mom. And we talked to a lot of people at our radio station in Georgia been carrying the case on. We want to know, Counselor, what is the government doing about this 4-year-old health? Have you guys gone? Have you sent her to a hospital? Has she been tested? Has it been proven that she's raped or been tampered with? And if yes, what is the government doing about her health, about her well-being?
Thank you. If it is a question about her health, if we go straight, because I made that one to answer what you didn't ask. But we have division in the government, something we may liken to division of labor. Every part of the government, I am responsible for justice. I'm not responsible for health. So the Ministry of Gender and Children, I think welfare, the Ministry of Gender is responsible. So this question came about in my office because we have all the civil society grouping, and one, I believe he's 1D. He should be 1D, I think 1D, answer this question that the Ministry of Gender in the county is responding to the health and the welfare of this child, because that is strictly the work of the Ministry of Gender. Is not for the court. The court is to do justice and not for the welfare. But if people don't understand it, they feel that as county attorney, it's supposed to be my responsibility. I don't negate, from humanitarian ground, I can go far, but as it relates to my TOR is to punish the perpetrator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then the question that I asked, as a medical practitioner, a hospital, clinic,
yes,
you saw any medical report about a little child being tampered with?
The
police will do the arrest, send the child to the hospital send the report to the police will give it to the prosecutor. Have you at any time received any medical report about the little child?
When we speak as lawyer, we speak in terms as specific and categorical. But sometimes the little man would not understand it. So we have something we call medical comment and medical reports. So if you ask for medical reports, I will tell you that we have not received medical reports. But if you ask me for medical comment, then of course I will answer in the affirmative.
What is the difference between the two word report and comment?
And comment. Thank you. Rape, something we call the best evidence under Chapter 25 of our proceeding. Rape, the best evidence is the medical examination. So when somebody carries rape complaints to the police will take the statement of the complainant, do their investigation, but they will fall short of charging rape until they will do something called medical referral form. They will refer the complaint and that of the victim to the medical institution responsible and specializes in that of such examination. If the victim is examined and then it is found out from the medical comment that indeed there were penetration and that the person will interfere with, they staple that particular result, they don't give it to the complainant, they don't open it up, and they tell you don't open it, carry it to the police. When it reaches the police, before they remove it and open it. If it tells the police that yes, indeed, if it confirms the allegation, the police will move now to charge rape. The only time the medical report comes is during the time of trial. When the report comes, because the comment only tell you that yes, indeed, they have observed penetration, but the medical comment does not go in the details of the happening. The medical comment only tells you on the surface, but the medical report that details everything that happened, and the medical report is attested and testified to by a medical practitioner in open court. You understand? So this is how it works. So before us, what is in the file is a medical comment and not a medical report.
Okay.
Mr. Dover.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Duru. You got a question?
Yeah, thank you for
But
allowing
you want
me.
to sit up straight, please? You're on live camera, so sit up. Let it proceed. Sit up, please. Sit up straight. Yeah, that made it thing professional, my people.
Mr. Dover, is it better now?
Yeah, go. Yeah, go ahead.
Who am I at my house? I ain't talking in office.
No, but it's I in my house, but see, I sitting down, so you got to do the same.
Okay, all right. I want to thank the superintendent and his colleague, the counselor, for being able to come on the show this evening. Based on what you said, counselor, I want to do a follow-up question to you. Since the incident regarding this little girl, do you know what the reason is from the hospital or within your control area why the case has not been scheduled for hearing? So that
No,
the report, so that the medical report can be presented?
I comment, in something we call, like, when I was going to school, we had something we call the CAMAC, the dialectical materialism. I don't want us to try to make the mistake that people, the locals, are making. The case, as I said and continue to say, this case is in two parts. The two parts is the law separate it. The rape case is different from these guys that interfere with the arrest that caused the gentleman to escape. So what we are proceeding with for now is the interference, the prevention of the arrest, and the prevention of the administration of justice. So these guys, because the perpetrator of the rape case has absconded. So the only thing that the state has to do for now, which is all over, even when somebody killed, I'm sorry to say, this could be on an international cable. We have like people, an example, the former finance minister, and then the former finance and intelligence agency director that are on the run, but they are being indicted. So what we are doing is to indict this gentleman who committed the act of rape, and then issue out an arrest warrant that this gentleman, wherever he's seen with his pictures placarded all over, wherever that anybody finds him, he should be arrested and be brought forth before the court to answer to the commission of his crime. But for those guys who prevented his arrest are being tried, or they are before the court for trial for the crime that they have committed. And the law stipulate that the law is not about creed, it's a uniform law. It's not about Grand Gita, it's not about Nimba, it's not about Maryland or Maserado, but for the country, a uniform system of law. So as we speak now, the case is not on trial because the perpetrator have absconded. And then we are in manhunt for him. Does that answer your question?
Partly. Now, just a follow-up. So between the two, bringing this guy, finding him and bringing him to justice, and making a quick decision, getting to know whether this guy is the one who did the thing, who penetrated this girl, making that decision. What does it have to do between the two? Which one making the decision to confirm that these people who interfere with the case and even making a decision, come to a conclusion that this guy has done the crime, he has committed the crime. Which one supersedes the other?
Maybe I may not understand you clearly. Which supersedes are you talking about?
I said I got
Let me just make it clear.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that.
In order for you to make the decision, come to the conclusion that this guy, yes, based on the medical report, this thing has been done. Then before going after this guy, but you intend to go after this guy instead of coming to the conclusion.
Okay, maybe
Mr. Doru, 1 minute. I think I can help the counselor because they got to check the guy first, do a DNA, find out that his semen is in a little child before they come out with a conclusion. But he's on. But the only thing is there a warrant out for his arrest? Anywhere is the warrant already
just
out?
In addition to the host, what happened? We cannot because. We cannot apprehend this guy, and we cannot come to any conclusion. Amen. I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah, we're getting you. The internet giving them problem in Grand Julia County. Mr. Doru, the guy can't come on and say, yes, this is the guy who did it. They got to do DNA. If they find the guy, probably afraid he run. When the police catch him, they have to take the guy's semen, they got to take his blood, match it with whatever thing that the medical doctors find in that little girl, so they prove it, yes, this is the man. Then they get the evidence and go to court with the evidence. Because they can't just say, somebody can't say the man raped me, then they just catch a person without even testing the person's blood and making sure they got to do all that medical part when it comes to that. So what is the counselor, he's breaking in his internet. I hope he go off and come back in. So I think that's it. But the superintendent here, anybody get a question for the superintendent? But I think right now we are doing good with the county attorney. So far, we wait for him to come on.
So Prince, just real quick, I know the superintendent is here. So regarding the status of the little girl, it means that what I'm hearing that they are doing a follow-up to search for this guy. But is the request out there already as we speak to look for this guy?
I will answer you, Doru. I listened to him. He said their placard all was virtual with the guy picture, which means that they are in the process.
When he comes back, we will ask him that question.
Yeah, but you said in your explanation that their placard.
When he come back, we will ask him. The next thing, we boo question here. We wanted to ask him because at a certain point,
he
let Boo has the right to not come or he not come. We can still ask a question when they bring it here. So there's like we got a phone line and people calling. They got this investor. I know where got the measurement fund crying tap it.
My man, I didn't get my
Mr. 1 minute we'll come back, man. John, why not talk? Yeah, just why not talk? We'll come back. Mr. Joel, you got a question for the superintendent?
Thank you, Prince. Good afternoon to everybody, and those that are in Liberia. Good evening to you. And whatever part of the world you find yourself, good night or good morning. And for now, I have a question, but I have a question for the counselor. So I hope you come back online. For the superintendent, yes, I will have a question, but not right now. After the question with the counselor, then I will follow up question with the superintendent.
Yeah, the counselor back. Go ahead with the question. But counselor, you were
so
saying
you are answering a question first.
1 minute, Joel. The counselor was saying something before he went up.
Yes.
Counselor, you want to conclude?
All right. In conclusion, because it's very important, the rape case is very important. And in order of arrangement, in ranking, as I said previously, the rape of that of the prevention or hindering law enforcement. But we cannot prosecuted rape case in the absence of the perpetrator, because what we have in the complaint or the charge sheet is an allegation, and we have the responsibility to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that yet indeed he committed this act. And before we prove it, it means that he should be there, he should be arrested and be brought before court. Yep. So in the absence of this gentleman be arrested when he is still on the run, you know, when people ask that they don't want to hear, in fact, they reduce the hindering law enforcement, they call it fighting case. They don't want to hear the fighting case, the case they want to hear that rape. And they were very present when the man took to his feet and started to run away. I was in Moravia by then. So this man, so until we apprehend him, we cannot try him, you know, for now, except we cannot get him at all, and we want to try him in absentia. But until then, we have to hear why, because we must deter why the people did.
The next question here is that, is there a warrant out for this man arrest?
Yes, I order the police. Hello?
Yeah,
I order the police, the investigator. I order the investigator, Suerintendent, because after all this noise, I invited the police to my office and I gave them instruction. You got to do this, you got to do that. The next day, they called me up and I gave them further directive and gave them further guidelines what to do to avoid where we're coming from, to avoid the confrontation. And I told them exactly what is needed to be done. And I asked them whether they get this individual picture. They said yes, the answer in the affirmative, that they get his photo. And I was called by the Ministry of Justice from town. And the same instruction that I gave, I was giving that instruction to make sure that this guy be hunted for and he should be apprehended.
So right now, as we're speaking,
So
that was a question from one of the panelists here. Is that information of all police law enforcement officers in the country, or
definitely
that this
in
guy
everywhere.
Anywhere
you see, he should be arrested and brought forth.
Okay, John Goa.
Yeah, so please, I have a question for the county attorney before we move on to the superintendent.
Go ahead.
Recently, when the case was forwarded to the 7th Judicial Circuit Court, it's where this quote-unquote alleged rape case to, according to the county attorney, the case filed is not a rape case, or rather civil assault, police investigation, criminal facilitations, and criminal conspiracy. So these are charges that were played before his death, according to the county attorney. Of recent, the case, after the case was sent to the 7th Judicial Circuit Court, the case onward rejected the case and sent it back to the magisterial court, that the case is belonging to magisterial court, not circuit court. There was a hearing of the case, and the county attorney was to be there, who is the lawyer for this case in question. The county attorney did not appear before the court, and he was fined $25 United States dollars. Honorable county attorney, on what ground you refused to appear before the court? Not first, but 2 times.
All right, thank you. I think you asked a question you need an answer. If you know answer for it, then I won't bother to answer. The fact is, as a journalist, the mark that you use, and I always told you guys as journalists, that what you put out there, you should be careful and investigate it before you do it. And I talked with you, I think, for some time, because the Luanda genocide, Luanda, the Tutsis and the Hutus, the death that occurred in Luanda was from a journalist. So you guys have to be very articulate when you are putting out information. The first thing is the court did not reject. You understand? Don't use the word reject. And then you don't tell me that I refuse. I made it clear, and I even went to the studio, Smart FM, and I carried the law. And you went to my office, and I show you the law. Cases are in twofold because of the nature. When it comes to indictment at the level of the is the county attorney. But when it becomes petty, that is not indictable offense, it goes through the ministerial code and you have the city solicitor. There's a difference between a county attorney and the city solicitor. So the city solicitor is responsible, but you people carry this rumor that the county does not want. The same way the city code is regular is what Zlatan has, is what Ziatan has, is what Putu has, and the 8th ministerial district in Zwedru. And each ministerial code has a city solicitor. Will people ask why I'm not in Putu, or I'm not in Ziatan, or why I'm not in Zlatan or Tostown? So you guys have to understand, I have said it, it does not mean. When those cases go beyond my lieutenant, my deputies, it comes to me, they have go. But the ministerial code in the city code of Zwedru is not superior to any ministerial code. That's why all the magistrates make the same money. You understand? So you cannot see at the circuit, the 7th judicial circuit, and I be in Tostown. And when I don't go to Tostown, then that's abandonment. You must provide the clarity and the information. And you, as an individual, I was compelled to go to the smart radio, carry the law, and you go to my office. So I did abandon the code.
That's the question.
Were you found?
Yeah, I can speak to that. Hello, can I go ahead?
Yeah,
can I go ahead?
Wait, I want to know if you were fined $25 by the code.
Yeah, categorically, I would say yes. And then I can provide reason. You know, the Ministry of Justice is one. It was not Wilkins now as an individual that will find the $25. Nina Jerome Tape as an individual. But it is the Ministry of Justice. Went with a clear evidence. One of the reasons, because we signed for the assignment, but when the family of this particular child, after the case was brought to court, I called for them in my office and I told them, and they said they were not going to court, and they are the one that the witnesses. And when they came home, that journalist that is over there, that is the host of your radio station, when the people came home, the very family, the brother, the Honorable John Goa. Honorable John Goa is your station manager, the big man for Radio GD. Honorable Goa was shown, and I carry it because law is evidence-based. The family texted me that they were not going for the case. And in the absence, because our law is such that the victim of the crime becomes the witness to the state. So if we don't have a witness, how do we prove our crime? We wanted the people to say we're not going, and up to now, I keep that evidence, share with the journalists. And the next day, we asked for continuance. And the next day, because the court did not have the evidence that we have, for which we could not appear. So we took it to the court and we show it to the court. So we asked for continuance the next day. And then Tape went as a city solicitor at the ministerial court, and the mother or the caretaker of this little girl came out and said that once we are hearing, they call a fighting case, that they were not interested and they will not come for it. Now the case is reassigned for Monday. For the third time, the family refusing to go. I cannot be a prosecutor and be a witness. People should tell their story. I should solicit information how it happened. That's the way of proving my case that indeed this person hindered or obstructed justice. So you're supposed to be there to explain to the people that this man, I wanted to catch the man, the people threw me down, they hit me, and then the man ran away. If it's appear, which magic? What the World County Attorney, why you people take it to be? Should I be the prosecutor at the same time the witness? It's not possible in all logic. So if the people publicly, they say, writing it, putting it, writing communication, and going public in open court, standing up that they don't want to go for that. You, Honorable Station Manager, what do you want me to do as the County Attorney? Answer my question.
John Goa.
Honorable His Excellency John Goa.
Mr. Goa, are you hearing us?
Mr. Goa, talk to me.
I'm getting you.
Yeah, but speak. You listen to the counselor. He said
the county attorney should be the one answering question than asking one question. Ask the county attorney a question. So after explaining, I think the county attorney and just wait and see what next question come up. Then ask you a question. Once you answer a question.
John Goa will give you the time. Go ask for a second question.
thing is I did listen to the county attorney, and the county attorney said he works with the Ministry of Justice, which of course I'm in support of that. But again, I think the health of the child comes first. Now this is the issue. Today we were able to visit the Martha Turner Memorial Hospital, where this child in question is currently at the ER. What the county attorney is doing in making sure that the case is proved.
Please be clear, speak with clarity.
He said today he visited the Martha Memorial Hospital. The child is in the ER, in the emergency room. And then what the county attorney is doing what? With the case, John?
John, please end your statement.
What the county attorney is doing to push.
It's big. When I was in the court, I will tell you objection, vague and indistinct, because you're not saying what am I doing as what about the health or about prosecution. What am I doing as what?
About the health of the child. You are the lawyer of this family.
Oh, John, let me call you to a point there because the health of the child. The health of the child, John.
The health of the child should be yeah, sure. The health of the child should be looked at.
So, but John, the county attorney cannot go to the hospital and be for the health of the child. You got those who are the children and women protection services. I will place a call today to Mr. Bowie. I want to call him because I think he is the head for that group. And so, John.
All right. So, in addition to the host, John,
I'm not saying the county attorney from the angle of Ministry of Health. I'm saying from his own angle. As a lawyer to them, what is he doing? I'm not saying whether he's working with Ministry or anybody or help or what. From the angle of the county attorney.
Yeah, but let me say something 1 second.
But I get the main question for you say something.
I got a question, but the question you're asking, the man answered over and over. And in order for us to move forward with the show, we need to reserve some comment or question later on. Because the county attorney explained to us, when it comes to issue of legality, he's responsible. But you can ask the man what he's doing, the person in the hospital, what he's doing, but that's not the question we should be asking. There are other people who are responsible for that area. Prince, please.
That's what I just said. I said we got the children.
Yeah, and we got Ministry of Gender. Women and children, the Ministry of Gender responsible.
The justice ministry coming, the lawyer coming, then they will do the other one go carry charge with health and things. That I will call do. I think send me Bowie number if you get Bowie, so I can call him and then because we want to open the line to the public and after so the public to get asked questions. But John, this is where Boo wrote. Boo wrote that the county attorney reason is quite sound here. The attorney. For the attorney to prosecute the case, the witness and the victim must be present to provide information. That case, what they say, the man,
exactly,
the people who stopped the guy and fought the people all before the perpetrator ran away. The people interfere with police investigation. Those people were arrested. Yes. They got to be there to tell the police, say, yeah, we had this man. We're trying to bring the man to the police station, and the people fought us. And they got to get the people meat, juice, meat, so the people can prosecute the case.
Yeah, because Prince, I'm not cutting you off. They interfere with the justice, and that's a crime as well. When police go someplace to do their job, you have to watch them, what they do, but you don't prevent them to apprehend their
yeah, that's what they arrested these people for, and the people now will go to court.
We gotta move forward, so we can't just waste our time on this.
So we want to open the line. We will soon open the line. I will put a number so they can ask the county attorney. But Mr. Zoe, you got to stand up and then answer a question. You're moving.
So yeah, sorry, I'm leaving from the noisy place. Sorry, I'm getting in a little corner. Okay, so am I okay right now?
Let us compose our.
Am I okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask your question. Go ahead, Mr. Zoe. So the county attorney, they get to the hospital. We want to find out from Mr. John Goa. Please listen to me. It says Bawe, county attorney. Do you know who is the welfare, children and health, and children and gender thing in our county?
One D, but I may not know his first
Yes,
name. He has been, okay. So they have gone to my office. Okay, Wallace Bowie. They have gone to my office and took responsibility and even told the people that they are engaged with the family as it relates to the welfare of this child. That is their responsibility. While my responsibility is to prosecute the perpetrator and those who prevented the perpetrator to be apprehended by state security forces.
Yeah. Okay, the line.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Mr.
Mr.
Dover.
Go ahead, Mr. Swear.
Yeah.
Ask the question. So
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dover, and then thanks to everybody on the show. I'm
The
Demetrius
superintendent is not
Swear.
here.
Swear is on the line. You know,
Speaking, maybe the superintendent will be coming back, but my question is went directly to the county attorney. Thank you, Mr. Attorney, for being on the line. It's an opportunity having you here to speak with you to clarify some issues that some of us have doubt about. Um, I will want to know, Mr. Councilor, I don't know if it is under your purview, from your legal background, I want to know the difference between a detention, jail, and prison. If there's any distinction between a detention, a jail, and prison. If we get the answer, then my follow up will be what is the position of the correction police in Grand Jury? At what time or which crime that suppose that if I commit that I can be remanded at the correction police?
All right, I think this is the issue that is before us for now. Because the correction palace, as somebody said, replaces that of the Bella Yala. So this is where we believe
I
that
said it.
all, hello, are we there?
Yeah, I said it.
Okay. This correction center and the engagement with politicians and even me representing the Ministry of Justice is the Zredru or Grand Jide should have its own detention center, especially when it comes to pre-trial detention. Because if somebody is taken to the correction palace, this person is expected or supposed to be a convicted felon. You understand? But if we pre-trial detainees, especially from Zredru, because no pre-trial detainees come from any other county to go to the correction palace here. Only pre-trial detainees from Grand Jide go to the correction palace here, and it should not be the case. So now what we are putting forth is let Grand Jide have its own, like all other counties, have its own detention center built separately from that of the National Correction Palace, that even somebody can graduate from the, like if you are in the pre-trial detention center of Grand Jide and you are tried and convicted, now you can be transferred to the correction palace. But for now, everything going together. So there's no distinction as we speak for now. They are all held in the same place. But somebody who is not tried and waiting for trial is the person we call a detainee. They are not convicted, so they are not in prison. They are being detained and awaiting trial. But and being sentenced, if you are not acquitted, then of course you're now being sentenced and imprisoned. Thank you.
Okay, so Prince.
Thank you, Prince.
Prince.
Yeah, coming, General Do, coming.
Okay, so I think I want for to move away a little bit from the justice system in Zredru. It is superintendent online. It's a superintendent online because I have questions.
the superintendent is here. Yeah, ask your question. He will answer it. He's there, right there. You're not seeing who are on the show. You're watching it. You're supposed to know who are there.
No, I mean it's not been talking or why, so I want to make sure.
But the question that we're asking is for the law, the legal man. The superintendent, not legal man.
Okay, so I will want to a little bit move.
The superintendent resting today. The superintendent resting today.
You're not resting. We're coming to him now. So
you know, he told me, he said, "My man, you gotta come."
So let me move away a little bit.
Poor network. Network is so bad.
Okay, so I can hear you now. So it means you can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Is that correct?
Mr. Doe, you want to ask your question, please?
The network is bad.
Okay, so I would want to move away a little bit from the Zredru and
ask your question, Mr. Doe.
So, Mr. Superintendent, I know we will have the county attorney here, but I will move away from the issue small. I had two questions, and these questions had to do with national security.
1 out of 5. 1. Not even correct one.
Which one are you talking about?
You say you want to ask two questions.
I'm not getting you.
No,
you don't get. But then go.
No, I'm saying if you're talking and getting almost like half or 1 out of 5 points you are making.
So go off and come back in, Senator.
Yeah, let you go. No, he's not Senator, no.
No, I keep calling him Senator. I don't know why. Superintendent, you want to log off and come back in? Yeah, Mr. Let
you want me to go off and come back?
Yeah, because you're not hearing
us. I can hear you now. If you can hear, then that's fine.
But since you got your question for the superintendent,
we're hearing the soup. We're hearing the superintendent. I think it's okay.
Yeah, okay, so fine. Let's go. Let's go strictly to the issue. Mr. Superintendent. Let's go. Mr. Superintendent. Oh my God, the echo is coming.
Yeah, Kennedy Muzu.
So, Mr. Superintendent, this come to you.
Yeah. Interview American people.
So.
Mr. Doe, when you ask your question, I will relay the question to the superintendent.
All right.
Okay, the question is, Prince, I got two questions, and then for which I will wait for a while to ask. My first question is, I want to discuss the free flow of the undocumented Burkinabe in the county. So, are you guys hearing me?
Mr. Doe, General Doe, we are hearing you. Yeah, ask your question. We will post the question to the superintendent.
I wanted to discuss the risks and fighters of the free Burkinabe that come in the county. And one of the reasons I write to you is that in one of your town hall meetings, you told the people to do travailler partager. What I understood in my law is a work and divide. Do you think in the county, even though Burkinabe are there in the days of plenty cocoa, but do you think
Mr. Doe, you want to hold your question until the superintendent come back on, please? Okay. He left. He's not there. So I got a line open here. I got Actor Solo here. Actor S Solo Senior. Actor Solo, you got a question for the county attorney?
Actually, I have a comment.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Douglas.
Consider now you can hear the caller.
I'm listening. I'm hearing.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Douglas. Thank you, Councilor. I have a concern. The concern, I think, is for my young brother in studio, Mr. John Goa. Every journalism, they have a specialties. If you are a medical correspondent or political correspondent, you are different from that of the legal correspondent. I know you've been dragging the councilor to the idea of the fine and all those stuff, but the councilor told you, in general public, he's not the one that being fined. The Ministry of Justice being fined for failure for prosecuting or showing up to court, and he showed you the reasons. And the other concern that I have, we as the diaspora people or the journalists in Liberia, we have to be little bit careful when we dealing with stuff that we don't know about. You know, in the legal proceeding, there's a difference. It is in law. It's not the same as your simple day thing that you do every day. The prosecutor here, he's not responsible for that child medical or decision. No. The Ministry of Gender is responsible to look after that child. His job is to find the perpetrator. And even the person that intervened and stopped the perpetrator, he had to go before the court and prove beyond reasonable doubt that this man prevented me from bringing the perpetrator to you. I need more time. And the judge can refuse and say, no, you got all the natural resources, you got all the administrative resources at your disposal. I need a man in custody today, or else you will be there. It becomes a burden to him. So if you ask the question, I'll say, let's ask the superintendent, how many task forces available to the prosecutor there? That's what we need to ask. We may have the national police, but in the national police, do we have the SUV? Do we have the domestic violence? Do we have the petty crime crew? Because these are the people the attorney needs. Because when something happens, he will call the head of the petty crime, which is the cell phone stealer from the market of Redwood, say, look, my man, I want the man in a box because the judge is on my butt. He want me in custody if I don't get this guy. So if you don't get this guy, trust me, you can kiss your job goodbye. That's his job. But as a gentleman, if you go to ask this man, put the man on the legality of his own field. Don't take the man from the courthouse and carry him to the medical field. You don't know anything about it. You can't prove it. The same thing we did to the superintendent, asking him legal questions. That what caused him to drag the attorney here. The superintendent, my question to him would be that we need more police officers. And as an attorney, Mr. Wilkins, now I will advise you, put it in communication, send it to him, say I need more men to apprehend those criminals that are running around in Grand County. Because if you don't do it, at the end of the day, he get protection from the executive, then the Ministry of Justice will squeeze you in the process. And all the things you put out here, I'm from the criminal justice background. I look at it, and you are doing a good job in the first place because your hands are tied. Any rape case, even in America, as long as the victim refuses to show, that case is dead. It's done. It's finished. There's nothing they can do. That's why some people, if you are raped, the police give you protective custody because they don't want somebody to threaten you so that you can get afraid. Because if you don't appear, that you say, I say, the perpetrator can walk free. The state lose money because all the DNA testing is being charged to the office of the prosecutor. The DNA testing, so everything is being charged to the Ministry of Justice. You think that the Ministry of Justice wants to spend $6,000 for one case and then nothing happened and then they spend another $7,000? No, they'll fire him. They will fire Mr. Now in a blink of an eye saying you're not doing the job. So as a journalist, if you're going to ask somebody, put him in a field. Mr. Double here, trust me, I call him the vampire because he will go for the jugular. And when he go for the jugular for good reason, he will come for it. So my question tonight, go to the superintendent when he come back, Mr. Double will relay it. We have how many task forces available to the prosecutor and to the county? Because crime can be committed in Ziastan. The prosecutor in this place right now on the platform, he's not responsible until it rises beyond the station of the senator in Ziastan. Then he will pick it up. The chain of command is always important. The mayor filed a lawsuit, general are supposed to go to the magistrate court. A common lawyer, a defense lawyer can walk in and destroy that lawsuit. It goes on his docket.
All right.
So I don't want us to consider that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Solo. So that's it. Because even here in the US, when there's a rape or some kind of a crime, they got every unit. The police will go gather all the information, give it to the district attorney office or the lawyer, then they go and prosecute. The lawyers, then the people who go into court to go carry these cases will not be in the hospital to go see the victim, family, all the kind of things. So they got people for it. They got the everybody get a fee in. I think they got the children. And John, I don't get Byway number. So when you get it, the guy number, you can send it to me. I mean, asking. I can call you and asking.
Mr. Double, just real quick.
So the line open 1 minute, Mr. Drew. The line open. If you want to place your call 952-200-8420. If you're here in the US, John, go out. If you got a number, John, go out. Tell the people in studio in Grand Jury if they want to ask the county attorney, they can call your studio number. Please announce your studio number, John Goa.
Yeah. So if you want to enter out the county attorney and the superintendent on the show, keep your calls coming on 0880878382 0775151308. 0880878382 Call your call through tonight. They're going to be live on this platform. You can also call us on our WhatsApp line on +231772770 and 212 +231772770 212 0880878382 0880878382
You got very long number. Give Mr. Doe a chance to speak. Mr. Doe.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dobo. I'm sorry we are pushing the councillor against the wall, but here's the situation. We are pushing him against the wall because they all know better that in the legal proceedings, people who also serve as the aide, they've been in our place, and those things are not happening properly. That's why his feet is, we put his feet to the fire. So, councillor, you are doing pretty much well, but you know better the tools you need to work. And that's why we are pushing you. So like my brother I spoke earlier, what he said, you need to do more than that. So thank you for your effort. But please, as you said, let's prioritize those cases in the interest of the public, in the interest of Grand Gideon, so that we'll know that law can take its course in Grand Gideon.
Thank you.
Not be an exception when it comes to going after the criminals. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the superintendent online now. Am I welcome to ask my question?
Yeah. You got to ask your question fast and quick because the superintendent can be off and on. So hurry up with your question so he can answer you. Go ahead, do. No, but he going off and on, so you'll be asking a question and he go off. So you guys, get getting the question one time.
Okay, so Mr. Superintendent, thank you again for appearance.
This is due to the poor network.
Okay, we understand. Can you hear me now? Are you hearing me, Superintendent?
Superintendent hearing you.
No, but friend, he's not alluded to that. He just said hearing me.
Hearing you.
Okay, thank you very much. I will move away from Zwedru justice in a little bit. I want to go to Grand Gideon.
Can I call indirect?
Yeah, call me indirect, Superintendent.
Okay, print down. I'll wait until you call him.
Yeah, that question there. Yeah, call in direct, Superintendent. Call in. Call in.
Anybody else
we can do the phone. We can do the phone. The phone can take 10 people, so do the phone. Call in. Leave the line and call in. Yeah, the network. I know that only your network. Mr. Counselor, I think you got to tell the superintendent to won't let boots out your horse because your network is
I'll bring it. I
always get one again that will get Sambo quarter today. Tomorrow we'll get Kura Baba. I would not doing down there.
No, today that my day. Tomorrow will be a day.
Yeah. So, Counselor, there are people in jail. I know you're not but I mean you're the county attorney. I think that's what we call district attorney here. People staying too much time in jail over there in prison. You don't have a jailhouse. You grab people, you put them in prison. Before you put somebody in prison, the person must go through the procedure, due process, sentence, then they go to prison. But you got to grab people and put people in prison. And we understand you don't have a jailhouse to detain people until they go through the people. But one case about the E-Rod, when E-Rod death news pop out, the riot, people who went to jail since December, they are still in prison. They get sent into to police or correction. They are dead 9 months. They ain't get no due process. What Grand Gilead County doing by it's just strange that other counties are not doing it. Some of our colleagues in this business, when they see it, they say, "My your own place are different. In that part of Labua."
It's true, but it's not unique to Grand Gilead. I want to dispel that notion. Like you would not believe it, Josh was the resident circuit judge for Grand Gilead. He just went to, now this term he's assigned in Bond County, the 9th Judicial Circuit. And there are people that are on pre-trial detention. If I tell you these are international warrants, so would not want to do it. But there over 20 years. And the on pre-trial detention. So it's not limited to Grand Jide. The only problem that
without due process?
without trial. But like that I'll not take that. Excuse me. It's not that the fact is sometimes some people for many reasons they get missing in the system because people don't come after their cases as we said that people need this education that the pre-trial detention is not justice. Pre-trial detention is not justice. So if somebody offend you and you carry them, like even in rape cases and what have you, when the people carry the people and they dump them, they don't come after banking at our offices. All they know that justice is done. The person sleeping inside, like the case we were talking about here. Everything people want to see is let the full people be in jail. But if we decide to forget, no, then what happens? So sometimes these factors come into play to add to the prolonged detention of detainees before trial.
Okay.
So, Mr.
Thank you.
So
General
can I
Doe,
just
please
make a
come.
follow-up?
General Doe, please come with your question. The superintendent is online here. General Doe, unveil yourself and come with your question. Please go to the question.
Thank you very much, Frank. You gotta be slow with me a little bit. You pushing me too much. So, hello, Superintendent. Are you hearing me, right?
Superintendent, yeah, you hearing the man?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Superintendent hearing you.
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Let me take you away from Zredru, justice system, and then what have you. All right. Right now, I think I have two questions, right, Prince?
Go ahead with the question, Mr. Doe. You came
Okay,
the
my
show.
first question to you is that we got to ask the question because people want to know. The free flow of Burkina Faso, Grand Jide County, you have been blamed with other guys, but they're not here. I'm not going to record their name. Burkina Faso to Liberia undocumented, and they are flowing over here, forest here in the forest park, even engaging to intermarriage and things. Can you be able to discuss with us the risk factors and benefit of that? And in your discussions, I want to know whether do you have personal interest in Burkina Faso? Because for one fact, I listened to you in one of your town hall meeting where you told people that they must do travailler partager, which means work divide.
God forbid.
So,
Where you travail partagé? What's that? You work then you give
God
land or
forbid,
what?
in fact, I've never ever said that before. God forbid.
We'll give you the time to
So
speak, right?
I want to discuss the Burkina Faso thing and based on also the risk factor which are with national security. Thank you. My next question would be before you do your Burkina Faso, I don't want to come and then follow up. I want to know today, as Grand Gideons watching you, who is the Chester Grant, two-term representative, now a superintendent in Grand Gideon County, back-to-back position. How do you want the history to remember you, and how do you intend to write or rewrite your own history? Thank you.
Honorable Grant, you understood the question?
Yeah, I want to start with first.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alex Chester Grant is the son of Porter, born onto the union of Mr. and Mr. David Grant. David Grant is deceased. My mother is very much alive and in Porter. I was born in Porter in the village where I have my farm now. Some more years ago, and spent most of my early childhood in Grand Jide. Went to Montreal, came by some teenage adolescents coming on to early adult. And then working with Flair, I went out of the country. I came back, I became teacher. I worked for UNHCR. I work for the Liberian government now. I work in Grand Jide County as assistant election magistrate. And then when they were working, we had to evacuate. When we evacuated, I spent like 8 years in Nigeria and I came back. So I work as human rights man work as refugee protection officer, work across the aisle in the civil society, NGOs, United Nations services, work for Liberia, West Africa, and for the African continent. Right now, I'm a retired lawmaker, and I've been selected by the president representing in Grand County as superintendent.
Yeah, you want to speak to the
So if I'm being remembered, if I'm being remembered, the man who was represented 2 times and superintendent, who knows? And superintendent, okay, let me start that far.
And then who knows you'll be senator?
No, I'm saying I think that's been me. I want to have peace in Grand Serious.
But you are going there. You're going there. You say, who knows?
No, I'm very serious about it. I'm not going to politics anymore. And I want to keep time. Yes, I'm not going back into politics. I've spent 12 years. And now I'm on the other side of the aisle. So let me until I can retire from public service and retire to my farm. I'm a farmer also. And then coming to Burkina Faso issue, this when you're in politics, people always try to malign you. I'm not a one blood Burkina Faso in this country. I was one of the early birds that people can listen and remember and they can research well. I'm one of the person that stood against the coming of Burkina Faso. But if people say it is going the free flow of Burkina Faso in Grand Nigeria, the free flow in River G, I don't know if I'm also influencing that in Colombo district or over the county. But just to be short about it, I am not the one bringing Burkina Faso. No.
So to follow with you, can I follow with you?
Can he answer your question? You ask your 2 questions. We're going to go to other people, Mr. Doe, and then we're going to come back and we're going to open the line. So, Mr. Doe, you ask your question. Let the superintendent answer your question. Please conclude, Mr. Superintendent.
So in a nutshell, I am not the one bringing Burkina Faso. People are coming at their own volition. When they started coming in 2013, 2014, my cry was, we are all West Africans. We want to come, do don't use the back road, pass to the border and let people document you. All right. When I fought the battle, at the end of 2015, Burkina Faso left for some time because I took it up when in 2013 we went to Ivory Coast on the Joint Chief and Elder Council of Liberia, JCCEM, between Ivory Coast and Liberia. I was only representative that went with the people then to push for this thing of Burkina Faso unlawfully occupying our lands. So for that for the Giglo meeting in Ivory Coast, the nation signed a communique between Liberia and Ivory Coast, and the third point, apart from repatriation and resettlement, became a discussion on Burkina Faso unlawful or illegal entry into Liberia. We went on that one, we talked for some time, it stopped, the people left. Around 2017, 18 again, when I started seeing the cocoa they planted in the bush while they were there, some of them got attracted, especially in our Baton district. And then they started making friends with the people, bringing them and offering them land. And the people will give them money to demarcate their land and then probate the deeds. You know? So they've been working with our people. It's not the person, no, for me.
Is there any security risk? Is there any security risk you are seeing?
Very well. There are, if the farmlands are not documented, it could cause conflict tomorrow. It could cause conflict, and the security risk is that family members are giving out family properties in their own names. So that's a serious problem inter-community or internal family.
Yeah, but Prince, I will hold right there.
So Mr. Edward,
hold on, I will hold right there.
Let's go to other point. We got a superintendent on phone here, Mr.
My question not complete. Just 1 second, Mr. Superintendent. What I want to know is, We are talking about national security. These guys don't have documents. They come in the country. When they kill people and run away, you don't find them. How do we tackle those issues? That's what I want to understand. Please, Prince.
Oh, but you can't just a minister on the land. That should be a question. But I know very well. I have blown the trumpet.
Okay. Let me make an interjection. Let me make an interjection in the Burkinabe issue. You know, this Burkinabe issue is a serious national security issue. It cannot be overlooked. And when they come, they settle in the forest. They don't come in the town. If possible, even hardcore criminal from their home can come and use this place as a safe haven. So I've mandated the county immigration commander that I want to know the exact number of Burkinabes in Grand Gilead, and this instruction and order was given to him from the 1st of September. And I gave him a month, one whole month, and I want to know where they are located, because my work is not only for the court, but I supervise the security sector, all security when it comes to joint security. So I mandated the county commander, one Ellis Paklo, that from the 1st of September to the end of September, I want to know the total number of Burkinabes in Grand Gilead, and I want to know where they are concentrated. And we must investigate, even including their hosts. If you say you got maybe in Toasttown, we got 100%, 100 Burkinabes. We want to know through whom these guys came, because it's the responsibility, the division of labor we're talking about. The issue of Burkinabe is not a police question. The issue of Burkinabe is not the drug enforcement question. It's the question of the immigration. They should know who are entering in the county and where these guys are going. They should be documented by the immigration detachment in the county. So I'm waiting at the end of this month that give me this. If we have something similar like this, maybe we can make a comment to know where we have the higher concentration of the Burkinabes in the county and who are their hosts. Then the question of who bringing them will be known, or through whom, because those hosts will tell us how they became hosts of these guys, whether by sending for them or they came on their own volition, and then what contract are they in. That all those information will be answered in a mandate given to the immigration commander for the country.
So my question is not satisfied, but because
you can't do that.
Other people want to ask questions, so I will.
Thomas, other people got to speak, please. You can't. It's not a dialogue here with you and the lawmaker. We got to answer our question to the country superintendent and the attorney general, please. Because what I'm investigating and what I'm hearing here, Mr. Na and superintendent, and those guys are ex-military personnel from Burkina Faso. When the
That's our fear. That's our fear.
Or what's the guy name? That guy, Blaise Compaoré. When the ran Blaise Compaoré out of Burkina Faso, he went into Ivory Coast. And those army guys that came with him into Ivory Coast, the Ivorian government, the one or wherever, could not hold them in there. How the guys went in that part of that forest. That's the information we are trying to get here from credible sources in the Ivory Coast. That those guys are military trained people. It's like where we got in, like, for example, I'll give you a typical example, like the AFL during the Dole regime. Group probably went into Freetown, military men went into Freetown, and then they got them mingle with the citizens, took out the uniform and mingle with the citizens. That's why we are getting that these guys are trained military forces from Burkina Faso with Blaise Compaoré, the guy who they overthrew the other time from Burkina Faso and ran into Ivory Coast. He's in Ivory Coast now. He married. He was married. I think he's still married to Ofwe Bonye's daughter, or a foster daughter, the one that was married to A.B. Trouble. Ofwe Bonye's daughter, that is the woman that man married to. So they went and ran into Cote d'Ivoire when they overthrew the guy. He ran into Cote d'Ivoire. He's in the Ivory Coast. Blaise is in the Ivory Coast. So Blaise men went in that part of that forest and acting they're acting now like they are farmers. They are military trained people. So the Grand Gilead County and Territory and the Liberian government need to be very careful with those people down there. Those guys got military training, credible information. That's why we got him. We're giving you. So,
Yeah,
Superintendent.
you send some of this information in our WhatsApp, and then because not our security issues can be maybe
Those guys are
discussed here,
trained
but
guys.
we
Those
can
guys, there's
pursue.
no way some people leave the country, Superintendent, and get coal and get in your forest. Those guys were looking for a hideout, and they found one right in Liberia, and they are dead. So, Mr. Doe, go ahead. I cannot answer the call 2 times for one person. You ask your question. Give the other people the chance. Mr. Demetrius Joel, go ahead and ask your question, please.
Thank you, friend. The questions I was about to ask you, you asked the question already, and you expressed that concern. But I would just additionalize because there is a government that is being run in Liberia, and when it comes to security issue, regardless of whatever place you find it, whether in Nigeria, in Rimoji, in Maryland, or in Sino, it becomes a security threat to the entire country. So my question it will be a follow-up. Thank God I will have the superintendent here, who was then the representative of District 1, where the issue of Burkina Bay started from 2010. That time I was still in Liberia. I can remember the issue being around for over 10, 15 years now, almost to 15 years. Now that we have you, Mr. Superintendent, then you were represented when the issue came about with the Burkina Bay. Thank God, our current parable says, if you are wanted to come down from the palm tree and then you fall, it make it shorter. Now that you were, but then you are in Monrovia as representative, but now you become the eyes, the advisor of the president, and you are the governor of the county. Besides the security reporting to you, there's something these things you are aware of them, Mr. Superintendent, and you've been in the county now for quite a few months. Are these things at security rate? I'm asking you, Mr. Superintendent, in your office, is there any mechanism that you try to put in place to deal with the issue once and for all to get these Burkina Bay off our back so that we don't face problems tomorrow with the entire country because something can begin from one place and then spread out. Honorable Superintendent.
We got another 20 minutes here because the people cannot stay all the time. So the superintendent, you understood Demetrius' way question?
Okay, yes. One of the ways that we are achieving this and trying to be prepared always and sharing information is we have our regular county security council meeting, which of course provide information on what we get. In fact, like what you're saying now is something that we'll take to our security council meeting come Wednesday that we will share with our team in that's additional information. It's better you pass some of these things through or our WhatsApp message like that because we will also be in that or security council meeting, the county security council meeting which I chair so that we can discuss it and then tell other national security agencies to start watching up and informing our principals in Monrovia so that we can take other proactive measures. Most of that, we are working with the land authority to ensure that communities are issued land deeds. And the land deeds that they are issuing them, those lands are not sellable for the next 45 years. For the next 45 years, you cannot sell those lands. So these are all proactive measures so that nobody thinks that he owns that land straight for himself or he can sell it to anybody. The first thing we have under the law, foreigner can own land in Liberia. So that's a clear court case, and thanks for the Anthony is here, the council. He can even elaborate further on that. Beyond that, we're going to keep our ears to the ground to watch out among these people. I'm not sure it's 100% of them that are the dangerous or armed trained military people. Only few of them, and we got to be on the watch out for them. I'll say that because the number of people that are coming, some of them, people that we see on the farm, some young people. I don't think they have link.
Yeah, the military poking, then they brought the young people, the people in. So you'll not see the people.
I think that is a case now. Forever, we can rule out that this thing is not possible. So just give us the information. We can do follow up on them. We safeguard them. Then we can be on our guard.
Okay. All right, we got Adana Suru on the line.
Hello.
Yeah, the superintendent here and the county attorney here.
Thank you. He announced my name already. My name is Adina Solo from Grand Gila County, from the Global Bell.
Okay.
I have a question for the county attorney and the superintendent. My question is, since you guys took employment in Grand Gila, do you know they have Grand Gilans in jail by the Honorable Man's opinion on alleged allegation that his property was vandalized by them?
I don't know anything of such that can put anybody in jail. And can you alleged allegation? Is it true your husband or is it brand?
I want to know if you heard anything like that the Honorable has
you think that people came from other states to do that?
Are you questioning my question?
I'm responding in the
you are not responding. You are questioning.
I'm responding. Listen.
Okay, so you wait.
Let the superintendent go ahead with your question, then the superintendent will conclude.
Are you saying that I should not ask?
Superintendent, let the lady question. Let me get her question. Go ahead with your question, man. Solo.
Your response.
No, we're not fighting.
Your response was not the kind of response that I don't think the superintendent is supposed to give somebody.
No.
The same place. I asked you a question.
Yeah, go
ahead. You gotta wait, Honorable Superintendent. You gotta wait.
I'm waiting for madam.
I said, since you took employment to Grand Gila County, do you know we have Grand Gilans in jail that were placed there by the Honorable Senator Zoe Penno on alleged allegation that his property was vandalized by them during the era by the same time? And then you asking me, do you think the property that was damaged fell from sky? You think that how you're supposed to answer people as a superintendent for the county?
You ask your question, let the superintendent respond to your question, please.
Okay, I don't know that Zoe or anybody to go to jail. I don't know about that. If there is something like that, then you need to communicate that. But I know people were arrested by the police and they are still in pre-trial detention. So that they get linked to zoo or they were arrested on zoo instruction. No, I don't know.
All right. My second question, Mr. Dover, do I still have the phone?
Yeah, ask your last question, please.
Okay, so these people that been in jail since, I think, January, since you took this assignment, have you intervened? Have you asked any question? What are their charges, or what time are they going to court, or you just sat there and looking at them in the jail, getting writing or spending all their time in the jail? I want to know, what have you done as a superintendent since you met them in jail? As you said, the police arrested them because of XYZ. I want to know your intervention since you took over as superintendent.
I am making sure that those people will be tried. They'll be tried. In fact, if it is possible, this week the trial will start. I've been following up. But another one that said that's open, that were arrested on Zoe instruction, no. But the one that no police arrested, before this weekend, their case will come up.
Thank you. I have no further questions. Thank you, Mr. Doe.
Superintendent, your crown sister now. I don't know Gobble Francis or Soro Town, one of those Gobble towns. So let me give people 1 minute. because our guests got to go now. So next time we're recording, then they can be able to come on here. So we're going to start from Mr. Doru. We'll go to Mr. Zoe. We'll go to General Doe. Then we'll give the guest time to 1 or 2 minutes to conclude. Then we're going to cut it off. We told them 2 hours, and with 10 minutes to 2 hours. So 1 minute, Mr. Doru. Mr. Doru. All right, Mr. Zoe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
Mr.
ahead.
Baba.
Yeah, use your 1 minute, sir.
Okay, thank you for giving me that 1 minute. So it's a very good
Can you
interactive.
put your camera off? Put your camera on and just use your audio, please.
Oh, okay then. Is it okay now?
The camera is still on.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Is it okay?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, I said, thank you, Prince. And I know this that it will be a continual process. Thank God that the two great men from our county that serving our people right now were able to come on the line here. So to answer some of our concerns and the concerns of the people, we should continue the interactive uh, program here on this media and other media as the days comes and go, so that we can all work together for the betterment of our county and our country. Nothing much more to be said. We say thank you again very much for hosting the program, and then we look forward to seeing another one in the future.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Doe.
Mr. Superintendent, and thank you, Honorable
Thank you,
uh,
General Doe.
Justice Minister. This is the next as well, please.
Oh,
Yes,
Prince,
thank
you
you.
calling me, but my mic was off.
Yeah, go ahead. You got your 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. From what I gathered from the counselor and the superintendent, in my mind, I might be wrong, but I think they are the one who are facilitating the inflow of the Burkina Bees, because how long has it been now? It's been over years. Some people going into, crossing the border illegally, and nothing has been put in place.
County attorney and immigration man.
No. He said he's
Superintendent and
responsible.
immigration man.
No, man, listen. He's
No,
responsible.
we
He
responsible.
said that his jurisdiction. That's what he said. He just sent message out to the authority, to some people under him, so they can take care of that. When did he get to know
You're
that
not
this is a
immigration,
national?
bro. You're not interfere
What
with
is
the
it?
police, bro.
When did he
But
get
go
to
ahead.
know that this is a national concern? That's my question right there.
We are concluding. We're coming leave now, Mr. We're coming leave. We got
So we come and leave. But again,
Saturday will
I
be
want
here
to let
again
the
next
superintendent.
Sunday. Sunday,
Oh,
they coming Sunday will be here.
no,
2
man,
hours.
listen. I have to conclude on this show.
Yeah.
I want the superintendent to know the way he responded to Madam Solo doesn't sound right to me. We all come here to discuss the issue of
I
concern
agree.
to all of
I
us.
apologize.
So, no way, we apologize. Hold on.
Did you
I
hear him?
agree. I apologize.
No, Prince, stop right there.
The
I
superintendent
asked him,
apologized.
he's speaking on
So
you
when you
hearing him?
come, you as a county head, when anybody posts a question, whether they are they in different mood or not, you're supposed to calm down and tell them exactly what the situation is. We're not living in Grand Jide, and we are asking all the questions so that we don't want to go
You
by
guys
they say.
understand?
So I beg you,
Mr.
man, calm down.
Mr. Zoru,
But you
Mr. Zoru,
can't
the
proceed.
superintendent just said he apologized to the lady.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah, he just said it. He said I'm sorry, I apologize to the lady.
Okay, thank you for realizing that. Thank you.
Duru, just let fighting. Do that fighter.
No, man, I'm our man. Can't be doing talking about Grand Jide.
Your head. We'll fight that. Duru.
So go ahead, Mr. Mr. Giving article.
Somebody give me everything. Party club, America is playing.
FPF are coming, giving article. Mr. Doe, General Doe, you giving article too?
Duru, I've run away to that.
Hey, good run away.
Yeah, I was
So you ran away.
I
You
was
got
in
an article.
article, Prince.
Yeah, use your 1 minute, Mr. Doe.
So, thank you for coming. Please don't dodge next week Sunday.
No, come when losing your faith. You do not say you are a man. Rather you.
Oh, Monday.
But I'll
Monday.
General Doe, give you 1 minute.
Okay, so thank you, everybody. Thank you, our chief prosecutor in the county, and then that of the superintendent, everyone on floor, and those that are listening. My 1 minute will conclude to say that I'm not satisfied with the Burkinabe's answer because this has not a lot to do with the superintendent grant. Even though I was not given a chance to dig into that, but next time we'll come back. To my county attorney, you need to go back and do some research or to come back yet on Sunday. I'm very happy that you ready, love the superintendent and you came here on his mandate. I want to go back and when you come next time to give us more answer as to what you would do when it comes to, because all of you agree that the prison system in Liberia is writing people spending almost life sentences without going to court. But these things are not their fault, If somebody go to jail for 1 year, they have spent 2 years already. You can't give their life back, and they have family and children outside who are suffering and need and their parents to support them. So I will conclude with that you guys should please go back when you come next week to be able to answer some of the questions. The Burkinabe issue is very vital, Mr. Superintendent. It's not something that you can dodge around. I will find the audios, the video where you were speaking with the town hall meeting to make sure that I'm not trying to bring things on. So thank you very much.
All right, Mr. John Goa, you are live in studio there. Let's give the guest. Then from there we will conclude. So let's go to the county attorney. From there we go to the superintendent. Then we're gonna conclude the show here.
All right, gentlemen, I will say thank you to the organizer of this show, and I think we need such regularly in order to enlighten the people's mind. Our laws are here before condemned. So if people can give the wheel of justice the chance to rotate, you get to understand the justice system. But when people get agitated and then allow their wisdom to be consumed in their emotions, then it becomes a problem. Like we said, the state has no personal malice against any individual, but we try to create a safe society. And the only way we can do that is to exact punishment on the behavior that are inimical to societal growth. So when people are accused for the commission of crimes, the people should come forward without violence, without agitation, give the justice system, the chance to rule. But if you don't understand it and you want to do the work for the people and accuse it means that you don't want justice. If you want justice, you will not make up your mind. Because if you open your mind to something, it means that you want to understand how people say the stranger that asks questions will not miss the road. But if you want to add that you know more than the person that is assigned to do the job, many times you will go wrong. So I would like this forum that we have. Then on the issue of the Burkinabe, somebody concluded that the superintendent and myself are responsible. The superintendent speaking about since 2013, 2014, the Burkinabe started to come. I just been assigned in the county not quite 3 or 4 months. So I wonder how I am responsible for Burkinabe to come. But it also goes to say that government is continuity. Yeah, because I will just come in the country. I'll even want that man to come, will point to one of the border as immigration officer to make sure that, he will come down here. But we are going to work.
Before you conclude, right there, sir, let our boo question is based on the information. We got credible information from the family members and people, journalists and things in Grand County that you're going to recruit yourself from this particular case. So now the way you're speaking, will you reconsider or trying this case? Reconsider your decision to try this case?
The first thing, I don't want to use the word reconsider because what is being said is hearsay. I've never said it that I will recuse myself, and I will not recuse myself. I'm a professional person, just as somebody just talked to the superintendent. When you are leader, all these things are expected to happen. In fact, somebody you're trying to do good for, but if they don't understand it, like if I were a doctor and somebody comes with a chronic illness and they want all the medication, and I tell them you take it one at a time, one day at a time. and they start to fight me to insult, I would not, because of that, just give them the whole cup of the medicine and say, now that you want to take it, no matter what they do. So I promise, and I would not recuse myself. It's only that the court system have layers, so that you understand when it goes beyond the magisterial court and it comes to me, they will see me, they have seen me. I'm somebody who, before I go for my case, I do the investigation because I don't like to lose cases. You understand? So I do everything so that I can sustain a successful prosecution. So let the people feel relaxed that justice will be done. It's only that justice is slow, it comes on the back of a turtle, but at the end, just what I did for the family that were crying when I came, they went in my office from Batijan, their daughter in the funeral home for 11 months. And when I saw them cry, I told them, stop, we'll go to court. And we went to court, and every count we put in, even when the National Teacher Association went there for their building, their local office being burned down, I listened to them and I say I carry the case. As we speak today, we have other cases tomorrow. I'm starting 2 more cases. We just concluded final legal argument in another case. So once I'm here, justice will be here. People will answer for the commission of crime that they have committed. So people ask, the only thing is don't obstruct the justice system. Today we are talking about Fuller people and they are being held for obstruction. Tomorrow it could be any other person. When we call this person, they want to jump in the street. No, the same law that applies to these people, that law will apply to you. So if we don't want to go through the rigors and punishment of the judicial system, then of course it's just but good to give the justice system a time to rotate. And when somebody is caught, the indictment or any complaint is an allegation. Go there and exonerate yourself and give the person the chance who is being accused to go to the court, because our laws are here before condemned. So it's not a verdict. It's not a guilty verdict that immediately somebody is being accused, then of course they are convicted and they will be sentenced. So I ask my people of Grand Judah, I beg you, let's calm down, let's be friendly, and everybody can reach me anytime you call me. Like this show, I'm anytime I call for, if I'm in county and I'm well, I'll be. If I'm in Morovia, I can even get connected and we'll hold it. So thank you for your time, and I'm available anytime at your call. I'm here to serve the county of Grand Judah. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Now, let us now go to the Superintendent of Grand Judah County, the man who is now the leader of the county, the father of the county, Superintendent Grant.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Double. And sometimes as a father, when you feel when one of your sons or daughters going astray, sometimes when you feel it may not be right, and then you react and then you apologize. And on this note, I felt somehow that the question was emotionally driven, and I wanted to calm it down. Anyway, she received it so hard from me, and I apologize on that note to Madam Solo. Like the lawyer said, we have to. If I said it the last time, that when you're coming, don't come with emotions, because we all are calm people. Anger because anger, but again, because of the level that we reached, we will exercise patience and tolerance always. I'm always available. Thank God. The attorney is a flexible man like myself. So when I call him, let's make our appearance. He was available. And he is now available. We are talking. I will also try to see if the police commander, but I don't know if the boss is there. All the questions you want to ask, the attorney is capable of answering them. But we still need him probably to just talk to him, like the guy from the Women and Children Division. I will talk to him and see if he's available. But we will continue to keep talking. But some of these things, they are not our making. They are not our making. We're only trying to find ways that we can solve some of these problems that we are talking about. I was not in executive. I came in executive a few months ago. And when I was a lawmaker, I was one of the first group of people that raised alarm about this Burkina. And I kept talking until this day. Like now, we are having a situation again. Some of them are placing claim for refugees or for asylum claim.
And then, as part of AU or country, once they place asylum claim, you got to listen to their claims. So the situation is being reviewed, okay? Because the 1969 African Union Convention relating to the specific aspects of refugee problems provides that if anyone can do not deny, receive, then you can find out whether they have the status or not. But the convention is clear about who becomes a refugee.
Yeah.
If once there's a problem in any part of your country, you are free to leave for safety. All these things are coming into play. Everybody now is working after seeing whether they should be granted refugee status or those who want to remain economic migrants. Our fight is, if you come in, pass through the border.
Yeah.
Pass through the border. Your presence in Liberia should be a legitimate person. And those are things that we're pushing. We'll continue to talk. We'll continue to push these things so that we can arrive at somewhere where people will be able to respect our laws.
Yeah.
For me, I'm not saying don't come to Liberia. No. Once you are documented, it's good we know who you are and where you're from. Okay? Because we also have our brothers, friends, and other families in other parts of the world who are seeking similar status. So I'm not in the business of pushing people away, but regularizing your status and be a legal person in Liberia so that in case of anything, you can be traceable.
Yeah.
Those are things for me I think on. To the last point, as we all agree, this week was not a week that I was supposed to appear on Sunday, but because of the change in schedule, this coming Sunday, I'll be traveling, so I may not be available. Okay. But I'll see if the Anthony can be if the country Anthony can be available. Fine, I will plead with him to continue the conversation because I'll be traveling on the Sunday we're talking about. On Saturday we'll be laying on Busoka, one of the rest. As soon as we finish, I'll get on the road to Monrovia, and then as the situation is now in the rain, the road is terrible, so I wouldn't be. I may not. Let me not be there.
Yeah, Senator say when you wear white shirt. The senator say when you wear white shirt, you can drive in 5 hours in Monrovia.
When the road is dry, when the road is dry, yes.
The road not get you problem. You get on that road in 5 hours, you'll be in Monrovia with your white shirt. No dust will be on it.
No, when the road is dry, when it's not raining, you can make it. When it's not raining, even as it is now, cars are not hitching, but it's muddy.
Okay.
Honestly, my car went yesterday, left for here around 4. And it reached Monrovia, and my family is back in Monrovia. So it's coming back for me tomorrow.
Okay.
So cars are hitching. It's not like before where cars were stuck in the mud. Sometimes you spend 3-4 days on the road.
Okay.
So the senator absolutely was right. Yes.
Okay.
It's real, Yeah. So me just that. So to Madam Solo again, I'm sorry. I'll tell you a chain woman said I was video you a chain woman, but don't worry.
No.
I'll understand go woman. But the Dolu man you trouble with me. Dolu in trouble with me. Mandoli, I'll deal with him like that. So that one just know.
Okay.
Every day Dolu must tell me they will not get ready. So to everyone, thank you for the time. We'll do our best to provide information. But let's do it with courtesy to each other. Let me make clear we are all Nigerians.
Yeah.
All right. Those things you see, you're not hitting anybody. Like to say you want to harm somebody, but it's the matter of information sharing. It's a matter of showing concern for the life of the people.
Yep.
So we are ready and willing to work with them and for our people.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Superintendent Grant. We appreciate your appearance here today on the show. Thank you very much. We'll stay in touch.
Okay.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we got for you for today. The Superintendent will not be here this coming Sunday because he's be traveling to Monrovia, as he just said in his closing. So that's what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Do, welcome. I mean, we can still discuss something on Sunday if you guys are available. We will put all the link, and then we will come out here and discuss. Have a 2-hour discussion if you guys will be
Prince
available. Councilor Watkins, E. Watkins, thank you also for coming, and we'll be in touch.
Prince.
Yeah, General Doe.
Yeah, you heard the Superintendent. He said that he's not going to be there, but you're convinced the county chief prosecutor to be there. And he also said that you'll be negotiating with the police direct commander to be there. So even they are there or not, we can still discuss, because some of the issues are not digested. We can digest that. When you come back, you will hear it,
Okay. Is that you? The one wants you saying it live.
Just confusion, but you carry outside the player.
No, Chester doesn't let us hear the truth. They think that I'm Babu and Kim business we can't do here. We talk about branch there. Yeah, you heard somebody say I can't call for you or I can't go for you. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, but the man say he must leave the emotional part of
Okay, gentlemen, we gotta go.
Yeah, but Prince,
Prince,
we got a couple of things. Maybe this time around, the superintendent will not be here. If our man can come, the councilor can come. Then we discuss specifically on the immigration, the Burkina thing.
Yeah, I will call him. I got his number. We'll talk.
Then we can deal with that one, just that particular item.
All right.
All right, Prince. Thank you so much, my man. I'll catch chicken for you.
All right. Well, I get it. They say well, American guy went to Labrador no more time. Man, Joy Cousin man say he get chicken for a man. Go get a man. The two the K one chicken. So when they walk in, Cousin man, feel you marry man. The man say, my man, going to get chicken for a man. Cousin man to the store. Say, tell the chicken.
Say any chicken you want.
Say any chicken. Open the freezer of chicken in the place. Say any chicken you want to. We'll get it right here. All right, man. We'll talk.
All right, Prince. Thank you so much.
We'll talk again.
Oh, Tomai. Here we can't get your mazor die out for woman. Then, Banyo, Taiwan will be a more. Wow, to my, and a general do. Banyo, I know Taiwan was a mobile. So that were my. To my head, no, I do. You are to my wood, to my wood, to my wood, to my wood, you. If the guy that played it